Right now, Nathaniel Hackett looks lost as a head coach. The decision-making sometimes is baffling. The timeouts, I believe it was week 1 in that Monday Night Football game. The Seahawks had won the game. There was no mathematical way outside of a turnover for the Broncos to win that game. Philbin only had Nathaniel Hackett, Freudian slip, only had 2 timeouts with like less than 40 seconds remaining. So it was almost like, what are you doing? Nevertheless, he decided, let me take these timeouts. Let me use up my timeouts. That's not a sign of a good head coach. It's a sign of someone. It's just a sign of a troll, honestly, and a sign of a guy who wants to pretend like he's a head coach. That's a very imposter attitude right there, because any good head coach knows the game is over at that point. You're mathematically eliminated from winning this game. You just had your last hurrah with kicking a 60-plus yard field goal, and it wasn't good. Sometimes you just got to know when to just, admit defeat. And it's not about giving up, because the game is over. It's not about giving up. The game is over. And then you talk about some of the offensive play call he's done, the formations, that 4th and 1 call of having Russell Wilson come out of the gun when it was a pretty short 4th and 1 against the Indianapolis Colts. They probably could have just done either a quarterback sneak, maybe a run with Melvin Gordon. You got Melvin Gordon on your team. But no, instead, he decides to do what he did. Took a timeout before that even. Didn't decide to go for the field goal. Now, I'm a masochist, so I wanted to tie in that game. So I'm guilty of a little bias there. But it just does not seem to be working. The decision-making, the play calling, the lack of confidence that even the Broncos have in this guy, in that they had to bring in former Baltimore Ravens assistant head coach Jerry Rossberg on as a consultant, as a time management consultant, as a 4th down consultant, whatever he is right now. It's not helping. I love Jerry to death. He was great in Baltimore as the special teams coordinator for years. But my G, it's not going to fix the problems that this coach has. And as far as what do I think, right? Again, we're 5 weeks in. I don't like to be alarmist necessarily, but what I will say is things look with Nathaniel Hackett to be fizzling out very quickly. This is a Broncos team that, say what you want about Vic Fangio. Vic Fangio, in my opinion, was not a good head coach. But this is a Broncos team that looked more inspired last year than they do right now. It's lethargic when they go out in the field right now. It's lethargic. They look lethargic. They don't look like they care. They're kind of lazily going through things, and that can be a sign. That's a sign that the coach doesn't have the respect of the locker room. And for that to happen 5 weeks in is a problem, a massive problem for this team. And this is not me saying that he's an Urban Meyer, right? That he's going to be fired in the middle of the season. They should do it. No, this is not me saying that at all. This is me saying that I don't think Nathaniel Hackett long-term will work out as the Broncos head coach, especially if he doesn't change the way he's coaching this team. And just get a grip. You're not playing head coach. You are the head coach. Understand your situations. Understand what it takes. And if you genuinely don't, you probably should not be a head coach. And that's the issue that I have with organizations. That's the issue I have with these general managers and team presidents who make these decisions. A lot of times they automatically think that success elsewhere or success in another capacity is going to lead to success on the field. Sometimes it's true, right? You've had great coaches come out of being coordinators, obviously. Where are they going to start, right? But to treat every great coordinator, every coordinator who has a good season as if they're up there as a great head coaching candidate, I don't know. Like Nathaniel Hackett, respectfully, wasn't exactly a guy who players on the Packers were saying, oh, that guy's going to be a head coach one day. Nathaniel Hackett, he's not like Eric Bieniemy, who you ask any player on the Chiefs, they're like, hell yeah, he's going to be a head coach one day. Because he commands respect. Because people like him. because people are genuinely confident that he can do the job. And people that he works with every day are genuinely confident about that. So, again, there's a lot of time to fix these things, or there is time to fix these things, but you can't fix utter incompetence. That's one thing you can't do, and the Broncos are in trouble if Nathaniel Hackett doesn't figure it out. Hey everyone, we hope you liked this video. If you did, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever a new video is released. Until next time, keep it real.